Welcome to Sparks of History, where world history and Jewish history meet. We are very, very pleased to have with us today award-winning author Amity Shlaes. Ms. Shlaes chairs the board of the Calvin Coolidge Presidential Foundation. She serves as presidential scholar at the King's College, where she teaches about Coolidge. Ms. Shlaes is the author of 4 New York Times bestsellers: The Forgotten Man, A New History of the Great Depression, The Forgotten Man Graphic, Calvin Coolidge, The Greedy Hand, How Taxes Drive Americans Crazy. And today we'll be looking at Calvin Coolidge. George Will, Pulitzer Prize winner, conservative columnist, called Ms. Shlaes' book on Calvin Coolidge to read Amity Shlaes' well-crafted biographies to understand why Reagan so admired the famously reticent man Shlaes calls our great refrainer. And in preparation for this, we purchased and read through the autobiography of Calvin Coolidge, which is edited by Ms. Shlaes. It was just a wonderful read to read the words of an American president. And what really struck me in many ways was its simplicity and, just the down-to-earth presentation of his life and the presidency. So we'll just get going. Just a little bit about your background and how you became interested in Calvin Coolidge.
There are 2 answers. One is personal and one is policy. I am an economic historian, and I wrote a book about the 1930s. And the story, if you made a subheadline, it would be, "They broke it." That is, our government and events broke our economy. But what was the economy while it was as yet unbroken? That's the 20s. And when you go back and look at the 20s, the good economy, and it really was a good economy. It wasn't just a bubble in Jay Gatsby's champagne glass. Well, Coolidge, the president in that period, was in good measure responsible for American prosperity in the 20s. And that took me to him. The personal answer is I worked for Robert Leroy Bartley, the editor of the Wall Street Journal, for a long time. And Bob Bartley was a very silent man. You would go years without hearing from him as his employee. And he would write a comment, say on an editorial about the Italian lira in the day, good. He wouldn't spill over, slop over. So I was accustomed to that kind of demeanor in an important person whom I grew to admire. And I would say when I encountered Coolidge on the pages, I could see that he was the pre-incarnation of Robert Leroy Bartley. That it's a very familiar American type, frankly, an agricultural type too. Not too many words, terse words, understatement rather than overstatement, the opposite of marketing. So I was familiar with that demeanor. I'm also from the Midwest, so I've met a lot of Midwesterners like that as well.